morning. We'll be doing 4 exercises today, naming 2 of them, which will be a compound exercise, one being upper body and one being lower body. Upper body being chin-ups, lower body being seated leg press. Then we'll move on to 2 trunk exercises, one posterior and one anterior. Posterior being lat pull downs and anterior being stabilizing bridge. So I'm going to explain it here due to there being a noise outside. Moving to chin-ups. The muscles that are engaged here are your biceps, forearms, triceps and shoulders. When doing the chin-ups, you'll be using a bar, making sure that your hands are shoulder width apart, making sure that your arms are extended when you start. You pull yourself up, making sure your chin passes the bar. In the upward position or motion, your biceps and forearms are being engaged, but on the way down, your triceps are engaged a little bit, whereas your biceps are still getting engaged. Your joints here are your shoulders and your elbows. Your safety precautions are to make sure that you have somebody watching you, to make sure that you're doing things correctly, and if you're doing things too quickly you will hurt yourself, so rather make sure that you're doing it nice and proper and slow. And then you're going to progress it. Progressing meaning you put weights on to make yourself heavier, to make it more difficult for yourself, and then to make it easier, which is a regression, we're going to have a elasto band to make it easier for you, or you're going to have your trainer or helper to hold your legs to make it easier. Then we're going to move on to seated leg press. Here your quads, hamstrings and calves are also being engaged. You're going to be seated, facing your feet facing upwards. Here you're going to make sure that your knees are in a 90-degree position, making sure that the bars are locked so that it doesn't fall on you. When you're ready, you make sure that the plate is far enough that your knees are in a 90-degree angle, and you're going to push up, not too far because there is another bar for safety precautions. You're going to release the bar to make sure to let you start your exercise. Then you're going to start pushing up, and you're not going to lock your knees at the top. You're going to come down, and you're going to make sure there is an angle where your knees do not straighten, so that you're just going up and down, not quickly, but not too far. Here, to progress it, you're going to, on a machine, you add more weights to make it easier, you use less weights. The joints here are your knees and pelvic, your pelvis, and then we're going to move on to our 2 trunk exercises, being stabilizing bridge. The stabilizing bridge works on your core. The reason why you do core is to strengthen your stomach muscles and make you stronger. Here you're going to be doing on a mat, you're going to lie on your elbows and on your tippy toes, making sure that your back is nice and straight, and your pelvis is locked, making sure that you're not wobbling or anything. Then the muscles being used here are your core muscles, your pelvic muscles, and your trapezies. To regress this, you can use your hands and straighten your elbows, and the same concept with your feet, just to make it easier for you. Then to progress it, you can go hands to elbows, where you start on your hands and you go down onto your left elbow, onto your right elbow, then lift yourself back up, which makes it a lot more difficult for you. Then we're going to move on to posterior exercise, which is a lat pull down. Lat pull down works on your back muscles, your trapezius, your deltoids, and latissimus dorsis. Here you'll be using a bar, making sure that it goes over in front of you. You're lying back a little bit, not too far, and having a wide grip and pulling down. On the way down, your deltoids are being engaged. Your joints here are your shoulder and your elbows. To progress this, you will put more weights, and to regress it, you're going to use less weights. So now we're going to move on to doing the exercises.